Well, good evening and thank you for joining us on the Icutv main news. Well, let's take a look at the stories making headlines. DEC arrests Zambia's most wanted drug lord. 524 cooperatives benefit from FISP in Chongwe. ZNFU urges government to lift maize purchase cap. In international news, Iran holds a state funeral for military leaders killed on Israel conflict. On the sports front, FARS mourns passing of veteran administrator Mama Saili. With the news in detail, my name is Malwa Eric J. Mwanamjende. The Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, has arrested one of Zambia's most wanted drug traffickers, Henry Shulo Kasolo, during a major operation that also netted foreign nationals and led to the seizure of large quantities of drugs and illicit cash. Shula, who was found with 37.9 kg of compressed cannabis and large sums of cash, attempted to bribe officers with 60,000 kwacha. He was arrested alongside two Thai nationals in possession of suspected illicit proceeds. The DEC also confirmed Shula's link to a 2024 drug case involving 204.7 kg of compressed cannabis disguised as catalyst powder. A separate operation in Lusaka district also led to the seizure of 21.2 kg of Mira, confirming continued efforts to combat drug trafficking. Over 130 exhibitors showcased various farm products at the Chongwe District Agriculture Show, highlighting the sector's role in Zambia's economic transformation. Chongwe MP Sylvia Masebo, in a speech delivered by District Administrative Officer Kelvin Ndanda, said 524 cooperatives benefited from the Farmer Input Support Program FISP, with 17,800 farmers accessing inputs and 212 getting loans through the SAF program. She notes that while progress has been made, challenges such as climate change, low productivity, and limited mechanization continue to affect the sector. The Zambia National Farmers Union, ZNFU, has called on the government to increase funding for the Food Reserve Agency, FRA, and lift the cap on maize purchases. ZNFU President Jervis Zimba says the current 543,000 metric tons target falls far short of the 3.6 million tons produced, leaving many small-scale farmers at risk of losses. Speaking in Choma, Zimba stressed the need for a broader market to protect farmers' incomes. Meanwhile, Southern Province Minister Assistant Secretary Beston Mbozi encouraged farmers to diversify into livestock farming for better resilience and profitability. We're going to short break. We'll be right back with more of our local stories. Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development. Welcome to the A Lusaka woman, Chanda Moya, is suing Jordan Motors Limited for 141,817 kwacha in special damages following a tragic bus accident that claimed her mother's life and left her daughter seriously injured. The crash occurred on October 15, 2024, when Jordan Motors' bus allegedly overturned after the driver dozed off at the wheel near Kasaka area. The driver has since been charged with 5 counts of causing death by dangerous driving. Moya's lawsuit cites gross negligence, pointing to findings from the Road Transport and Safety Agency RATSA, which revealed that the driver had just returned from South Africa that previous day. I beg your pardon. Moya's lawsuit cites gross negligence, pointing to findings from the Road Transport and Safety Agency RATSA, which revealed that the driver had just returned from South Africa the previous day and was fatigued when he began the long trip. Her late mother, Mioba, suffered a fractured skull and neck along with multiple injuries and later died from trauma. Her daughter, Musonda, sustained a fractured right femur and has incurred 18,500 kwacha in medical expenses. Following investigations, RATSA suspended Jordan Motors' operating license for 3 months, citing the company's failure to comply with safety standards under the Fleet Safety Management Program. The Lusaka City Council, LCC, has recorded a fire incident at house number 2615 Msoko Road in New Kasama near the community house. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba confirmed that the emergency response unit was alerted at 15:02 hours and arrived at the scene at 15:09 hours. Ms. Mwamba states that the team managed to quickly extinguish the fire, which had engulfed the grass-thatched roof of a structure formerly used as Leopard Hill Arts Academy. She explains that the fire was caused by wind-blown embers from a bushfire on neighbors' property, and it has been clarified as accidental. Ms. Mwamba adds that while the value of damage is yet to be determined, the Council remains committed to rapid emergency response and public safety.
Lusaka City Council yesterday recorded an incident of fire at house number 2615 Musoko Road, New Kasama, near the community house. The council's emergency response unit was alerted at 15:02 hours about the incident. The emergency response team responded promptly, arriving at the scene at 15:09 hours and immediately managing to extinguish the fire, which was located on the grass-thatched roof of a structural building previously used as a music studio as Hill Arts Academy. The property involved belongs to a retired politician identified as Mr. Injekwa Anamela. The cause and origin of the fire were the burning flying embers from the burning bush inside the eastern side of the neighboring property. The embers were lifted by wind action and ignited the grass-thatched roof of the studio structure. The cause of the fire is ruled as incidental, with no foul play. The value of damage caused is yet to be determined. The Lusaka City Council remains committed to ensuring prompt response to emergencies and providing support to affected residents, and will continue to work together with the members of the community towards preventing such incidents in the future.
When we go on a short break, we'll be right back with international and sports news.
Damninga bwenete onongo oyo Mickey Mouse mujitonga.
Ha, tomani to sono. Kwambe pluto. Ha, sorry mnyama. Wina jere wajago mosono. Pero ya boje donkonya ono langa njojeta. Kusawa, sosa. Ano pressure yan kaya? Mama! Ha, awe, ha, ano nuwe?
Well, thank you for staying tuned. In international news, a state funeral has been held in Iran for about 60 people, including military commanders and nuclear scientists killed during the 12-day conflict with Israel. Coffins draped in the Iranian flag bearing portraits of deceased commanders were flanked by crowds near Tehran's Engelab Square. The conflict ended with a ceasefire earlier this week after the US became direct involving by bombing key nuclear sites in Iran. Huge crowds of mourners dressed in black chanted slogans, waved Iranian flags, and held portraits of those killed. Still in international news, US President Donald Trump has said he is cutting off trade talks with Canada immediately as the country looks to start enforcing a tax policy targeting big tech companies. The latest move, which he announced on social media, comes as the neighboring nations had been working to agree a trade deal by mid-July. Both countries have imposed tariffs on each other's goods after Trump sparked a trade war earlier this year and threatened to annex Canada using economic force. When we take another short break, we'll be right back with sports news.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
The Football Association of Zambia has expressed deep sorrow over the passing of veteran football administrator Mrs. Highness Mama Saili, who died on Thursday at the University Teaching Hospital after an illness. FAS President Keith Wemba describes Mama Saili as a lifelong servant of the game whose contributions left a lasting legacy, particularly in the development of women's football. He extends heartfelt condolences to the Saili family, noting that her pioneering role under the Sports for All project inspired many girls to pursue football. Funeral arrangements will be announced in due course. We come to the end of the Icutv main news. Let's take a look at the stories that made headlines. DEC arrests Zambia's most wanted drug lord. 524 cooperatives benefit from FISP in Chongwe. ZNFU urges government to lift maize purchase cap. In international news, Iran holds a state funeral for military leaders killed in Israel conflict. And on the sports front, FAS mourns passing of veteran administrator Mama Saili. Well, I've been your anchor this evening, Malwa Eric J. Manamjende. Well, you can still follow us for more news details on Icutv, that is on Facebook, and icutv.com, that is on icutv.com, that is on Facebook. Please do have a lovely good evening.